Let's let's recap this week's ELLIE House game of the week. We had Canton McKinley versus Mentor. Go ahead, Division One, Region One. Take it away, Coach.
Man, Division One, Region One. Mentor got the dub, 31-0. Both defenses played well. You know what I mean? At halftime, Mentor was only up 3-0. The first two possessions of the second half, they traded punts. So for most of the game, both defenses was playing well. And then the second possession of the second half, Mentor ran off 4 straight possessions with touchdowns. Shout out to Jackson Farley, man. Junior running back, been doing his thing all year. He don't get a lot of notoriety because he playing with Scotty Fox, Justin Hodge, Landry Brady, Austin Van Hoos, you know what I mean? But this kid is a big-time playmaker. He kind of the straw that stirred the drink up there. 25 carries, 169 yards in the touchdown, 210 total yards in a big-time playoff game. He was kind of the one to get them going in the second half. That run game was consistent. That was the one thing that was consistent. Even in the first half, Canton McKinley did a good job bowing their neck when they needed to. Their defense played good, but he was consistently getting yards in the second half. He kind of took it to another level. Scotty Fox was Scotty Fox, 13 of 21, 167 yards in the touchdown. Also ran for 39 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he gave you 206 total and 3 TDs. And the Mentor's defense been playing lights out. They don't get a lot of credit. We talked about them on the road to state a couple weeks ago. I think their defense only giving up like 10.5 points a game, which they don't get talked about a lot because Scotty Fox, Justin Hodge, Jackson Farley. Most of the time in this day and age, offense, quarterbacks get all the attention, which is fine.
Right.
But their defense been playing lights out, and they pretty much dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. In Northeast Ohio, I don't want to keep saying that. In football, anywhere, if you could dominate the line of scrimmage, especially on both sides of the ball, your chances of winning got to be 75, 80%. You know what I mean? At that point, you got to go lose the game at that point. You know what I mean? So they dominated the line of scrimmage, and they kind of methodically did what they did when they got to the second possessions in the second half. Next thing you know, it was 31-0. I want to give a shout out to Canton McKinley's defense, though. Canton McKinley's defense played well. You play a half and then a possession, and you only give up 3 points to Mentor. You playing big time football.
Right.
I just kind of thought they was out there on the field too much. You get a little bit tired, but also you get tired. But the thing is, when you out there that much against a good offense, they gonna figure out something.
They're gonna figure out something.
They gonna figure out something, and that's the type of game McKinley's defense needed the offense to meet them at the altar. They needed them to meet them halfway. You know what I mean, to help get this thing, help jump this thing over the broom. So shout out to Canton McKinley's defense, man. They did a good job. The McKinley offense, they only had 156 total yards, man. And of course, they had a donut. So offense kind of sputtered. And kind of what I said all year when we talk about the McKinley offense particularly, but the team in whole, when they struggle, they turn the ball over and they got penalties. They had another 9 penalties this week. And I just kind of feel like with Canton McKinley this year, we never got to see the best of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? They were a good team. I'm not saying they were a bad team, but I think anybody that's seen them, been at their game, seen them practice, whatever you've seen them at, you see all the talent. You've never quite seen that complete game where you could see, oh, there they go. That's what they could be. Now let's build on it moving forward. But, you know, they still had a good year. They still made it to week 12. You lose to a great team. It ain't like you lost to a bad team. But I still notice, you know, the coaching staff, the fans, and the players also got a nasty taste in their mouth because they're better than what they show. They're better than what they show, but still had a good year. A lot of good football players over there. Shout out all their seniors they got that's about to go to school. Good luck on their future. They got some young boys that we like. Darius Hill, Shad Davis, number 6 over there playing defense. DJ Britta be back. So they got some young talent that's coming back. And they got Coach Hall, good coach, and a good staff over there. So they'll be fine. But shout out to the Mentor Cardinal, man. They got it done, 31-0. This was a different game for them, only having 3 points at halftime and have to figure it out. But that lets you know the coaching staff and the kids are connected. Nobody was panicking. They just kept going out there trying to figure it out. Coaching staff made the adjustment. The players was with it, and they went and got it done. Next thing you know, 31-0, and they on their way to the regional final to play St. Ed's.
Indeed, man. My son, you took the words right out of my mouth. Shout out to Coach Hall. Shout out to that Canton McKinley squad and that fan base. You know, we get to see them a few times a year over the last couple years, and you see the talent, you see the support they got. So shout out to those guys. It was a great year, and you know what I'm saying, shout out to Mentor Cardinals. They got it done.
One thing I left out, bro, just giving another shout out to the Mentor Cardinal defense. They only gave up 156 total yards, which I said, But McKinley's offense never went past their 43-yard line. They never passed Minor's 43-yard line.
And you look at, like we just talked about, the talent over there. That sound crazy.
That sound crazy.
That sound
you know
crazy,
what I mean?
right.
But that ain't shooting no shots at Canton McKinley. That's why I said I wanted to give one more shout out to Minor's defense, because with all that talent they got over there, if you give them a donut and they never get past the 43-yard line and they don't get 200 total yards of offense, shout out to the defense, man, for sure.
Indeed. All right.
Mario Manningham, stay locked in between the lines and Coach Stella.